I'm not going to reset the game completely, but I am going to reset the run. We really can't overstate how difficult that first jump is. Much better. See, those are the results I like to see. That bonk was a little annoying. I just lose like 2 seconds. That's okay. This is a good time. I do understand if seeing the second half of the game run again is a little bit boring. So I completely understand if you guys want to leave once you get back to where you were before. I would heavily suggest hopping over to Kizaron's stream for Kizathon, though. For those who are unfamiliar, Kizaron, who's a decently large name in speedrunning, was diagnosed with cancer. And so a lot of people in the speedrunning community, and Kizaron helped organize a charity marathon to help with his medical bills for, you know, treating cancer. And they've already reached the goal for his medical bills, which is just amazing. And the rest of the proceeds are going to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, which is the same foundation that AGDQ donations go to. So, if you get a little bored of my stream, I understand. This is this run can be not the most exciting to look at. Doesn't have as many technical tricks as something like, I don't know, Odyssey, SM64, Metroid, something like that. It's more of a relaxing speed game. But yeah, if you get a little bit bored of this, hop on over there. Show some love to Kizaron and all the runners there. Ooh, this is quick. Like I said, the game kind of actively stops you from making these jumps. So the fact that we got that first try was really nice. Let's see if we can get this jump. Oh, we did. Oh, this is going to be a really good time, actually. Yes. Alright. This is going to be decent. This is the run right here. I'm feeling it. Oh yeah. Zephyrs, are you still lurking in the chat, or did you go to bed? Oh, I should probably mention that all abilities is similar to, but a little bit easier to run than 100%. So there's 3 different collectibles in the game. There's the crystals, which help you unlock abilities, and then there's also hieroglyphs and silent helmets, which help, I guess you could say, unlock more of the story. They don't... All the story in this game is just kind of told visually. There's no dialogue, no subtitles or anything like that, so it just kind of like gives you a little bit more of the story, I guess, doing the silent helmets and the hieroglyphs, or hieroglyphics. I swear I can talk. But some of them can be pretty out of the way. So this is like a, what, hour and a half category, basically. It's closer to like 2 hours or 1 hour 45 minutes for 100%. And there are some problems with the game where some of the hieroglyphic stones have clipped out of bounds. So you have to know, you basically have to know where all the hieroglyphics or the stone murals, as they're sometimes called, you have to know where they've clipped out of bounds to find all of them. And it doesn't help that the map does not do a very good job of tracking the collectibles that you have. There are some collectibles that are on the edge of 2 areas, so the game doesn't really know which area to attribute it to. And when that happens, it'll just kind of attribute it to one or the other, kind of randomly. Sometimes it'll attribute it to both. So you'll notice that at the end of my run, it'll say that I've gotten 75 out of 78 crystals. There's only 75 in the game, but 3 of those crystals are on the edge of 2 areas, and so the game just doesn't know what to do and increases the count of all the crystals. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this game. But I would not want to dive into the code on this one. because I can tell it's kind of a mess. That's not to say that Zoink Games hasn't made a fantastic game, though. Because they absolutely have. I definitely think that Thea could win some awards towards the end of the year for indie titles. Well, I mean, it's published by EA, but it still feels more like an indie game to me. An indie game with a big publisher. Indie development team with a big publisher, that's the best way to put it. Don't have to worry about getting caught by this silent one because he's too focused on that egg. I'm doing pretty good on time there. Alright, gotta be super careful in this area since we lost the run at this point last time. I won't go for the quick strat. I'll play it safe. Quick strat really only saves a couple seconds. Spot me. Being super careful because this silent one can see when you throw the egg sometimes and either capture you or steal the egg back, and it wastes so much time. I don't like wasted time. I'm a speedrunner. You can throw the eggs at Bird Mom, which is a little bit faster, but the eggs bounce somewhat unreliably, so it's better to just wait and have her pick them up. We're actually doing really well for time here. This might be a gold split. Because we're about 25 seconds faster than what I usually aim to be at right here. Well, if I can pick up this egg. Oh no, well that just lost all of her time, potential time save. So that egg falling down cost us about 30 seconds. Thought I had the throw lined up, but like I said, the eggs bounce unpredictably at times. That's really unfortunate. Where did that egg go? Where is it? Oh, it landed all the way over there? That's weird. Yeah, this is wasting a decent chunk of time here. High 15 might be possible, but I wouldn't count on it. that up, she can. Yeah, that egg falling was a little unfortunate. Really? Oh man, that could have been a gold. If the egg hadn't fallen. Oh well. Still 36 seconds ahead. That's really good. This next jump is deceptively difficult. Got it first try though. So you might notice that you get a little bit of a speed boost whenever you dip down on a glide. You also get a bit of a speed boost when you jump off of a tree. So depending on when you start a glide after jumping off of a tree, you get different mixes of vertical and horizontal distance. And so you have a pretty short window of when you can start your glide after jumping off of that tree in order to make that jump. I was not going to make that jump if that happened. Not going to make that jump either. I don't mind wasting the time to make sure I get this jump right. Because this one really sucks to have. This crystal really sucks to backtrack to get, so I don't mind wasting a little bit of time to make sure that I get that jump. It's another one of those deceptively difficult ones. So that's probably going to knock us down to about 30 seconds ahead. Maybe even further to like 25 or 20 seconds ahead. But that's okay. There is a lot of time to be made up in Lizard. That's where the majority of the time save is going to be. Ooh. 30 seconds exactly. Excuse me. maintaining your sprint speed with well-timed glide boosts is pretty key to moving around in this area. So the other like big runner of this category, Zephyrs, he does not get sprint here. He actually waits to get, or he didn't get sprint when I got it. He waits until after completing the deer section to get sprint and dash at the same time. The reason he does is because it cuts down on the cutscene that you have to watch for unlocking a new ability. So it saves a few seconds in that regard, but I think that proper movement with sprint makes my route a little faster. I'm actually just going to sit here and wait. I think that's going to be the fastest thing overall. So we'd be moving it, or the way that you would move through this area without sprint is that you'd be climbing up trees and jumping from tree to tree in order to get as many glide boosts as possible. That's how Zephyrs goes through this area. Alright. Now depending on the cycle of the silent ones coming up here, we may or may not take an intentional death. Basically, if it's a good cycle, we'll stay alive. If it's a bad cycle, we'll take an intentional death to basically even out the time and also reset the cycle for the next section. And it is a bad cycle. Well, actually, ended up being good. I was actually expecting to take an intentional death there, but it ended up working out better for us to just go through it. We might die here. Ooh. We got really lucky there. We're a little slower than I would expect in this area. Even with that weird cycle. I wonder why. We did get kind of a bad cycle in the second flower here. Yeah, we're definitely going to be closer to that 740 than that 723. Unless we can get a little skip here, I may actually try it, since we're already doing pretty well on time. Oh, almost got it. It was worth a shot. Sometimes you can... I've never been able to get it in a run, but I've done it once in practice where you can get onto that tree early. And skip a decent part of this platforming up this giant deer. Let's see if we can get the fast setup here. Yes! Alright. So, that is a really hard jump to make because you have to judge where to fly, not based off of where the trees are, but Deer God is actually like standing up in that, so you have to like kind of judge where the tree is going to be when he stands up. And it is really hard to get that tree early. But we got it. Ooh, we almost fell there. That would have been really bad. There's no good way to recover when you fall there. Alright, so we just reached 30 crystals, which is enough for air dash. We'll be leaving this area with 33. That was strange, not gonna lie. The camera got a little turned around there. Alright, we're doing pretty good for time here. Before a minor route change in this area, my gold was, I think, a 457. I think technically that's still possible, but it's so iffy. You basically have to have perfect dashes, like perfect glide boosts, sprinting, literally as much as possible. I think we're probably going to drop back down to 30 seconds on this one. Still sub 32, I'm happy about that. Now, depending on what happens here, this could either be... This lizard section could either be really good or really bad. I'm gonna go a little bit out of my way to mess with some... where my respawn location is going to be. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over here. And that should guarantee that we respawn over there. Oh. Overshot that a bit. So that was a bit of a safety strat that we just did. A little bit of extra movement. First try? Yeah, first try. So we're gonna actually... Ooh! That was a weird place to bonk my head. We're actually going to exit the file and reload right after grabbing that crystal. It saves as soon as we grab it. Because we can't actually get out of the area that we just got into without doing that. We kind of trapped ourselves in by going to a place that we're not supposed to be able to get into yet. We're supposed to have the wolf voice, which is 2 voices more than we currently have. Alright. Safety strap worked. And this is the part where frame drops can really, really kill the run. This long chain of air dashes right here. If we get a frame drop in the middle of any of those air dashes, we can lose the height that we need in order to make this ceiling clip right here. Now there are a few crystals that you can get from this ceiling clip. Zephyrs, who's the other runner, gets all 3. I personally get only 1 of them because I like the setups for the other 2 crystals more. Partially because I'm more familiar with them, and partially because I found them. This is good time so far, though. Ooh, see? If that frame drop had happened last time, it would have been really iffy on whether or not we could make that ceiling clip. So now we're going to go past where the ceiling clip is. Oh, that's really unfortunate. We can make this work, though. So we lost a little more height than I was expecting there, and so we have to do a backup strat. So we're losing... I'd say, I don't know, about 20-30 seconds there. It's a little unfortunate. We could have lost a lot more if that lizard wasn't there, though, so we kind of got lucky with where he spawned. Now, when I say that we have a lot of time to be saved in lizard area, that all hinges on this next jump that I have to get. Or not this next one, but a pretty big jump coming up that was just, I think it was discovered last week, called Fast Lizard. But we only have one chance to get it. But if we can get it, it saves about a minute and a half, maybe even 2 minutes in the run. So it's pretty big to get. It's not this jump, but the next one. Alright. Ooh, and we just barely got it. Awesome. Well, if we can get up here... Don't troll me. There we go. Not quite over yet. We still have one more kind of tricky jump to make, but once we make it, we've got Fast Lizard. So we're just hoping for no frame drops right here. And we're good. Here we go. We have to run towards the main area really quick to get the this section to actually spawn in. So there's kind of just these singing flowers will just be standing there. They won't be singing or moving at all. They'll just sit there and you can't interact with them until that main area is loaded in. So we had to slightly run that way. Once you saw the kind of like white wisps in the air, that's when you know that the area is loaded in. Another indicator are the stone murals or the hieroglyphics. If you see a lot of small triangles on them, that means that they're loaded in. If it's just like a black slab, it means it hasn't loaded in yet. Oh, we missed that. Yeah, so you can see the little triangles around it there. Alright. Ooh, kind of crucial, tricky jump coming up right here. Ooh. Barely got it. We actually missed one of the ones at the beginning, and I had to adjust a little bit. So I'm glad that I was able to get it. We're going to be pretty good on time for this one. If everything else goes well in this split, I'm estimating about 2 minutes saved. We did lose a little bit of time there at with the backup strat, so maybe it'll be closer to 1.5 minutes, but I always go for that skip. I think this is where y'all joined in. This is about where y'all joined in. Bit of a glitch there. If you jump inside of a tree, you kind of get stuck falling. You just have to wait for the game to kind of push you upwards into the tree. We're actually doing really well on time here, though. Ooh. Got a bit of sprint bump there. And again there. So, the game doesn't really know how to handle you sprinting, which is weird because like it's an ability that they programmed in. But the speed that you get from sprinting is enough to really throw you off sometimes. It's really nice for wide open spaces, but the second you get into close quarters, you do not want sprint speed at all. Well, usually. Can we jump up here? Thank you. Alright, kind of a tricky jump coming up right here. And we got it. This might be a gold. It's probably a gold, actually. Almost definitely a gold. We just have 2 more flowers and 1 crystal to get. And here's one of those flowers. Alright. Let's see what we get here. Do we get this jump? Oh, we do. Oh, yeah. That's a good time right there. And there's still time to be saved. Yeah, I like seeing a minute shaved off of the PB, or a minute shaved off of your best. Even when it wasn't that good of a split. That's good to see. I like that. Now we're just hoping for a good wolf split, a good jellyfish split, good Fia split. Ooh, I like that that predicted time is already world record. Oh, that's okay. So if it wasn't clear what just happened there, because I was not expecting it either, is that I moved a little too fast and the game didn't know what to do with those silent ones and those dogs. So I've never actually done that air dash there before. I just kind of eyeballed it and we got it. So that was cool. Oh, missed an air dash there. Oh no. What we're really hoping for here is, because I think I died in this part last run, is we're really hoping to not get caught. We want to draw them out with that. And it worked perfectly. Remember what I said about the game not really knowing how to handle you when you're sprinting? That was an example. What was that? That was me bonking my head. That's what that was. spot me. Alright, can we get the fast door? Yes, we got it. So, pro of fast mushroom wall. It's faster. Con, it makes us have to go through this next section blind. Alright, this is not bad time. Actually, I think, yeah. Oh wait, no, the next voice I want is Bird. A little confused as to what point we were on. Oh, hello. Started sliding there a little bit. I'm getting way better at that jump right there. Usually I have to do the backup off of that tree in front of me right there, but lately I haven't even needed to use the backup. Alright. Now, let's hope for a good wolf here. Or dog slide skip. For those of you who were here before, I kind of forgot to, like, let you know when the, one of the most difficult crystals of the run was. So it's coming up right up this, this next crystal right here. Right up on that ledge. So you might have seen it. There's these 3 dogs up on the upper level. And now what we're supposed to do is have Wolf Voice, pair with the, free them, pair with them, and have them carry us up the ice slide. But instead we're just going to do a kind of complicated set of inputs and avoid them. So what you have to do is you have to turn your camera away from where you want to go, bounce off of the lizard flower, hold glide at the peak of the lizard flower, because if you hold glide after a boost, you can do a air dash out of it the fastest. So you want to hold glide at the peak of the bounce off of the lizard flower. Then give me just a second. Oh. Missed a little skip there. That's okay though. Then right as you're coming out of the glide, you only want to hold it just long enough to get the glide animation. You want to turn, move the analog stick back behind you, so you're facing behind you. From there, you want to air dash as soon as you possibly can, and then navigate or maneuver your air dash while the camera rotates up the slide, making sure not to fall off of the slide or bonk on either side of the slide in the process. It is by far the most intricate set of inputs that you have to do in the run. Damn. That wolf ran right past us. We are going to go up here real quick. Oh, no. Wolf Split has the most RNG in the run. There are 3 places with RNG. That dog slide, because there can be anywhere between 1 and 3 dogs. This area, because the way that the dogs spawn in here is partially random. And then finally the wolf pups after this area. We've got to maneuver around this wolf right here so we don't get spotted and captured. We got it though, so that's cool. Now where's this wolf going? He's running all the way over there. Lovely. Now he's coming over here to investigate us. He's not? I'm confused. I'm probably captured here. I have no idea how I survived there. That was really, really ballsy. But I know I'm a little behind on time here. So I just wanted to get out of this area and onto the next as fast as possible. So I took a huge risk there and it paid off. A little careful, just to get these guys to move. Like a little more cautious than I'd like to be in this area, just to make sure these little guys don't troll me. Now, is that all 3 or just 2? That's just 2, so where's the 3rd one? Here we go. Yeah, so we're losing some time here, but I think we'll still be like a minute and a half ahead. Ooh. So I'm just tapping the HAL button, or the voice button, every single time I hop, just to keep the room well lit. Alright. We just need to be really careful with this next jump. And we got it. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Whoa, okay. I'm gonna do the safe strats for the next area. Ooh. To be completely honest, I have no idea what happened there. That was really weird. So we're losing a little bit of time here because of that, but that's okay. I don't know where it's going to put me, though. That's not bad. That's not a bad position. Lost a little bit of time there, but not major. Ooh. That was a frame drop. So, because we're starting to see some frame drops in this area, I'm not going to do the risky route. I'm definitely doing the safety strats, because we just had that little bit of a time save ruined by a frame drop. And I don't want to lose another world record pace run to a frame drop. So I'm just taking all the safety precautions here. All safety precautions, just shy of steel-toed boots and a hard hat. God, that's probably the most southern thing I've ever said on stream. If not the most southern, then at least the most American. Intentional death there. Like I said, since we're having frame drops, I'm taking the safe way. Even if it's going to lose me some time. Ooh, that bonk though. Something just happened on my other screen. I hope everything is going alright with the stream, because something weird just happened. I don't know if something opened, or... I can't focus on that right now. Actually, this is looking pretty good. Oh, I almost got the air dash. Not gonna sweat it though. Yeah, my phone could use a charge. Yeah, I'm definitely done streaming after this run though. I am tired with a capital T. Alright, lost just the tiniest bit of time. Or, oh, gained just the tiniest bit of time. Alright. Oh. Moved a little too fast there. So to explain what I'm doing here, the fastest that Thea will ever move is in that dive after an air dash. So I'm trying to spend as much time in that diving animation as possible. Which is a luxury that we have in this category because it causes you to lose a lot of height, but we can just get height at will with the fly ability. Alright. And now we begin the escort mission. The 8.5-minute escort mission. like I said, I definitely recommend watching this section in either an all songs run or either an all songs run or an any percent run. All songs to see how it's actually supposed to be played out, which is pretty cool, and any percent to see how you can get through the area with no voices, because the current any percent route doesn't have you collecting any voices other than the standard Fia voice, which is just crazy. Come on, dude. Come on, don't troll me. Don't troll me. Yeah, there we go. Alright, yep, this is definitely, well, I don't want to say definitely yet, because there are places where I could screw up, but assuming I don't catastrophically mess up the glorified quick time event, basically cutscene. It's not even a quick time event. I just have one pairing. I have to do the only silent helmet that's in the run, and then I have to walk forward through the memory sequence. Definitely glad. I had some pretty rough run attempts earlier today. Normally, like, I'm still considering this kind of Friday, even though it's Saturday now for me. But earlier on Fridays are supposed to be my day where I don't do any resets, but something was just off, and I was having some really, really bad runs, making a lot of really, really bad mistakes, and I just needed to take a break. Came back, got a world record by about 18 seconds on a pretty bad run. I'm glad that I decided to stick it out, keep running today, even after that last run that died. Because that run was not nearly as good as this one. And I think we might even skip a 124 and go straight to a 123, which would just be crazy. I kind of want to waste a little bit of time so that I can get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'm not that petty. Is that petty? I don't know if petty is the right word there, but it would be kind of funny to do that. But I'd rather get the best world record I can. $123.22. Man, what a run. What a run. That's awesome. Still room for improvement, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'll let the credits play out. So yeah, that's a new world record by 2 minutes and 3 seconds, or if you count what's currently on the leaderboard, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Because I didn't upload the 125.26 yet, because I wasn't happy with it. So, yeah. It's a pretty good one. Thank you again, Buffalo Prime, for the host. Thank you for continuing to watch. Everybody else, thanks for the follow. Yahamaru. Oh, hey, Ike. How's it going? And by the way, congrats on your, was it any percent or all skills world record that you got 2 days ago, I think? Any percent, Ori? Yeah, congrats, dude. That's awesome. Oh, so a little funny thing right here that I've noticed. You can see that weird thing in the distance. That is the lizard god. Because we don't go past the area where that model of the lizard god is, it just kind of stays there. So it's normally supposed to be over there, but it's just kind of chilling out right there. Now you can get on all abilities? Yeah, man. Do it. You could probably beat this time. Like, it was a pretty decent run overall. Only, like, really 1 or 2 mistakes. Like, decent, like, big mistakes. But I don't know what it is, man. Like, you seem to get more speed off of glide boosts than anybody else. I don't know how that works, but maybe it's just how you do them. I don't know. But you could probably beat this time pretty easily. And if you would, if you did, that'd be pretty cool. Alright, well, I need to get to bed. I'm probably keeping my roommates up by talking so loud, so thanks for stopping by, everybody. Yeah, world record. See ya.